Hi there, I'm Megan and I am the Ultimate Hype Witch. I want to talk about quantum leaps today. I feel like it's kind of a buzzword, but I don't think a lot of people have actually experienced them for them to define them enough. I just recently posted a story about a quantum leap I took, and it's incredible. Long story short, I had signed up for this women's retreat in 2022, and on the eve of going to that retreat, my ex of 5.5 years and we broke up, and I ended up going to that retreat and activating my voice, unlocking my throat chakra, and on top of breaking up with my partner of 5.5 years, I'm a realtor, and I had a transaction dying, and all the things. And after I activated my voice and I was initiated into my womanhood, and I truly got into alignment with the words I speak and the actions I take, and recognized that how out of alignment I had been and how shut down I had allowed myself to be for so long, I came out of that retreat, and literally as I'm driving down the mountain, a friend contacted me about listing her house for $1 million, and then within 3 days went under contract on a $2.6 million property, and within 2 weeks of that closed on that one. And then that led to adventure after adventure after adventure. Costa Rica for a month, a 8-day catamaran sail in the British Virgin Islands with 8 women, like all of these things. Oh my gosh, more Costa Rica, community, events, magic, like festivals, all of it. I owe my life to that I know it as, to that Virginia retreat. And that is a true quantum leap. And that is how it's immediate. It's not over time. That's beautiful too, like progress and healing and all of that. But sometimes it can literally be the flip of a switch. But I think that I've studied and evaluated my quantum leap quite a bit. Obviously, it was my lived experience, and it transformed my entire life. And I can say that grace is a huge component of it. Forgiveness of self and forgiveness of others. You have to, people like to play the victim of their lives, and they don't want to take accountability for what's going on. But as soon as you take accountability and you no longer take the victim role, and you allow yourself to let go of whatever you were holding on to, whatever version of yourself, whatever illusion you were living, whatever lies you were telling yourself, once you let those go, and then you forgive yourself, you can get angry with yourself, but you got to forgive yourself, and you got to come back to that self-love, and then you forgive all of those people that you've claimed, hurt you or done these things to you, right? Cause this pain. As soon as you take accountability and acknowledge that you actually were the one who allowed all of that behavior, and you meet yourself with grace, and you meet yourself with compassion, and you meet those other people with compassion and grace, and you fully allow yourself to understand what true alignment is, which is the words you speak and the actions you take and the thoughts that you think and believe are all in true alignment. It's not just doing the yoga. It's not just sitting with the ayahuasca. It's not going to the breath works. It's not going to the sound healings. It's not saying the buzzwords. It's not doing the things, right? True alignment is not taking no shit. That's what it is. It's not allowing yourself to deviate in a way that's leaky, that is not in true alignment with your highest path, with your highest timeline. And I know for a fact I found my voice, I activated my voice in that. And there was a moment when I came down and I had to actually use my voice with these clients that I ended up going on this multi-million-dollar property with. It was my first huge deal. And I had to use my voice and speak my truth immediately. And that is how it unlocked in this real time. Like, I didn't shy away. I didn't hold back from the truth. I did it with compassion and grace and love and kindness and respect. I didn't diss anyone. I didn't do any of that. It's like when you lean in with love and you lead with love, that's when these quantum leaps can happen. It's always from with the high heart. It's never, it's like you can feel that sacred rage, but you have to end with the high heart, because I've had other leaps after that came from rage, but it was the forgiveness and the grace that came from it. That's how you get to that love. That's how you get to that higher level, that echelon of joy and happiness. And that's how you unlock so much, is that compassion, that love, that forgiveness, that grace. And a lot of people don't talk about that, but I've lived it. I know exactly what happened and how it happened and why it needed to happen that way. And it's like the starkest energy and starkest difference of my life. And I'm so grateful for all of those lessons and every iteration of them that have come up since. But those are key components to quantum leaping. You have to be tired of your bullshit. You have to be over it. You have to be over yourself. You have to be tired of the story that you continue to tell yourself. You have to tell yourself to get over yourself. You have to hold yourself accountable. You have to hold yourself accountable, and you have to actually, when things are presented to you, you have to be open up enough to receive them, right? But you also have to be discerning enough to know which ones are right for you, and intuitive enough to read into which ones are just the same karmic loop playing itself over again, but in a smaller way, right? Because you've already learned the lesson, and sometimes you just go with what's familiar, and then you're like, oh wait, that was that thing again. Now I recognize it. I got it now. Got it. Okay. And then you learn you learn your boundary even better. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of come on here, talk about a quantum leap. If anyone's ever experienced a quantum leap, I'd love to hear your experience of it. If you've ever tried to reverse engineer it, try to understand it. From my understanding of them, it's, it is the flick of a switch. We are coding within us. We are just, I believe we're just, cosmic dust. We're very magical beings, etc. And so we're souls. And so once your soul wakes up, it's game over. It's game time. And you can take those jumps and you can take those leaps, but you gotta be done. You gotta be over whatever you're freaking dealing with. You gotta be over your nonsense. And you gotta face the illusions that you've been living, the lies that you've been telling yourself. And then you can start over, and the universe will show you the door, show you the real path. But surrender, grace, compassion, and trust, and actually becoming the walking embodiment of living in alignment, in true alignment with the words you speak, the thoughts you think, and the actions that you take. And then, allowing yourself to be the permission slip for other people to do that too, and amplifying your voice and sharing your voice, and not allowing other people's opinions of who you are and who they think you are and who they've decided you are inside of their mind to be. It's like, nope, here I am. I'm just going to keep showing up consistently as me. And whatever version of yourself, you're going to continue to see it, or eventually you're going to realize that, oh, wait, I have made up this thing the whole time. But anyways, okay, quantum leap. My name is Megan. I'm the ultimate hype witch. If you have more questions about it, I'd love to share more. I'd love to talk it out. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments. Subscribe, like this video. All right. Have a good magical evening.